Hello, everyone. John 12:41. Isaiah saw his glory. These things Jesus spoke, and he went away and hid himself from them. But though he had done so many signs before them, they were not believing in him, that the word of Isaiah the prophet might be fulfilled, which he spoke. Lord, who has believed our report? And to whom has the arm of the Lord been revealed? For this reason they could not believe. For Isaiah said again, He has blinded their eyes, and he hardened their heart, so that they would not see with their eyes, and perceive with their heart, and be converted, and I heal them. These things Isaiah said because he saw his glory, and he spoke of him. So we're going to see that in context, John is talking about the fulfillment of Isaiah the prophet's two prophecies concerning the future Messiah. In Trinity world, they read this and they think in their minds that John is identifying Jesus as Yahweh, the God of Israel. And so they see this verse quoted from Isaiah 6 here. He has blinded their eyes and he hardened their heart. Isaiah 6:10. So let's see what happens in the Trinitarian mind when they read this passage. So they go back to Isaiah chapter 6, and here it is here. And then they see this, the verse which John is quoting. And then they look up the page to Isaiah 6:1. In the year of King Uzziah's death, I saw the Lord sitting on a throne lofty and exalted. And then it goes on to say, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The earth is full of his glory. And so in their minds, they think that John is identifying Jesus as Yahweh, kind of obliquely. These things Isaiah said because he saw his glory. And so they think what Isaiah saw is found at Isaiah 6:1 here. So then they say, Jesus is Yahweh. So we're going to see that's not what's going on. Now we will see how the context shows us plainly what is really going on here. As a prophet, Isaiah saw the future Messiah, and he prophesied. And John is quoting two different verses from Isaiah where he prophesied about the Messiah. Notice this. These things Isaiah said because he saw his glory, and he spoke of him. How does Isaiah begin? The vision of Isaiah, the son of Amoz, concerning Judah and Jerusalem, which he saw during the reigns of Uzziah, Jotham, Ahaz, and Hezekiah, kings of Judah. Well, that's what Isaiah 6:1 says. In the year of King Uzziah's death, I saw the Lord sitting on a throne, lofty and exalted. Isaiah is a prophet. So Isaiah chapter 6 is written by a prophet. What does a prophet do? He prophesies. And Isaiah had a vision by which he prophesied. So in the context, we have Isaiah giving two prophecies to be fulfilled. Isaiah 53, Lord, who has believed our report, and Isaiah 6, he has blinded their eyes and hardened their heart. And then verse 41 says, these things Isaiah said. What things? Isaiah 53 and Isaiah 6. As a prophet, Isaiah saw the future Messiah's glory, and he prophesied about his rejection by these men in John 12. And these two prophecies of Isaiah were now being fulfilled by Jesus of Nazareth. So Isaiah is prophesying about the future Messiah. He saw the future Messiah. Now stop and think. Is Isaiah calling Jesus Yahweh at Isaiah 53? That's not going to make any sense. John is talking about the fulfillment of Isaiah's prophecies, that the word of Isaiah the prophet might be fulfilled. And this is what is happening. Do not think that I came to destroy the law or the prophets. I did not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For truly I say to you, until heaven and earth pass away, not the smallest letter or stroke shall pass from the law until everything comes to pass. Well, that's what is happening at John 12. And again, these are my words which I spoke to you while I was still with you, that all things which are written about me in the law of Moses and the prophets and the Psalms must be fulfilled. Then he opened their minds to understand the scriptures. That's what John is talking about, the fulfillment of Isaiah's prophecies. We have found him of whom Moses in the law and the prophets wrote, Jesus of Nazareth, that the word of Isaiah the prophet might be fulfilled, which he spoke. Lord, who has believed our report? He has blinded their eyes. Jesus came to fulfill all the things written about him. Here, John refers to two prophecies of Isaiah the prophet, which he prophesied by his vision, and which must be fulfilled by Jesus the Messiah. He saw his glory. Well, what is this glory in question that Isaiah saw? Okay, he saw his glory. Notice what it says in verse 37. But though he had done so many signs before them, they were not believing in him. If you have been actually paying attention when you read John's gospel, you would know right away what glory is in question. The glory is the signs that Jesus was doing. The beginning of the signs Jesus did in Cana of Galilee and manifested his glory, and his disciples believed in him. His signs manifested his glory. Also notice verse 37, John 12:37. But though he had done so many signs before them, they were not believing in him. Contrast that with John 2:11. He manifested his glory, and his disciples believed in him. Notice that contrast. Jesus did signs, and the disciples respond by believing in him. However, the people at John 12:36-41 were not believing in response to the signs he had done. This is highly significant, since the two prophecies of Isaiah concern unbelief in the Messiah. Lord, who has believed our report, and to whom has the arm of the Lord been revealed? And we see that at Romans 10:16. However, they did not all heed the good news. For Isaiah says, Lord, who has believed our report? Romans 10:16. Note what John says. Though Jesus had done many messianic signs to fulfill prophecy, They were not believing in Jesus to fulfill these two prophecies, that the word of Isaiah the prophet might be fulfilled. They were not believing in him. For this reason they could not believe, for Isaiah said again, he who has blinded their eyes and he hardened their heart. They were not believing. He has blinded their eyes and he has hardened their heart. This passage is quoted in several places in the New Testament to show this prophecy has been fulfilled. And you can find this same quotation from Isaiah 6 in all these places. Also see Matthew 15:7 and Acts 13:41, which are quoting similar Old Testament passages. Same idea. Did Isaiah see the suffering servant? Well, of course he did. Isaiah describes him and his death in detail at Isaiah 52:13 to 53:12. Now stop and think about this. John says, Isaiah said these things. These things, Isaiah said. What things? Isaiah 53 and Isaiah 6. Well, what glory did Isaiah see at Isaiah 53? The glory of Yahweh? No. John is not talking about the glory of Yahweh in either of these two passages. Whatever is true of one passage has to be true of the other. These things, Isaiah said. Isaiah the prophet prophesied about the future Messiah, that the word of Isaiah the prophet, his prophecies, might be fulfilled, which he spoke. Isaiah said again. These things Isaiah said, and he spoke of him. John cites two prophecies of Isaiah the prophet. Both refer to unbelief in response to the signs Jesus did, the signs which manifested his glory. The vision of Isaiah, the son of Amos. Isaiah had a vision about the future Messiah. These things Isaiah said because he saw his glory. The vision of Isaiah. Isaiah saw the future Messiah by vision. He was a prophet. God gave this to him so that he, Isaiah the prophet, would prophesy. And in John 12, we see two of his prophecies being fulfilled. That's what's really going on at John 12:41. He prophesied about the future Messiah. These two prophecies were now being fulfilled. There is only one God, the God and Father of our Lord Jesus Christ, and there is no God but his God.